Sunday. My name is Darlene, and I'm here to do a weekly check-in for you guys for the upcoming week. And also, will be available for mini reads for those who might want one. So I think we'll get started early today. Let's get on that. Now let me pull myself up over here though so I can see the chat. There we go. And Mish is here. You must have been sitting on your device, girl. 1 second, let me put, oh my God, thank you, so sweet. This is a new little shirt. It was just so fun. And look at the back. Can you see the back? Isn't that pretty? The artist in me loved it. Oh, yeah. Again, I just haven't felt my 100%, so I've been kind of just trying to find balance and pace myself today. And I had some other stuff come up, so I had to do what I had to do today. I really wanted to go live today for members, but I just couldn't. I didn't have the energy to do both, and so I had to make a hard choice. But here I am, and I'm coughing already. Okay, good. I did that. Now, it would help. I'll put those on. Samina, hey, how are you? Thank you for being here, and love to you back all the way over to Pakistan. I'm not going to be doing free readings tonight. I will do one live this coming week. I promise y'all that. I know I didn't do it this week, but I'm still recovering, and I'm not 100%. So I'm trying to minimize the time I'm on here as much as possible. So I will promise to do that one day next week for you, for whomever, to offer a free reading. So I appreciate you being here, though. Thank you. I did. I didn't even do laundry today like I thought I would, Mish. I just kind of, just literally took it easy. I did. Had some correspondence I had to take care of and some emails, and you're on the list, but I didn't get to you today. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I had errands. I didn't do the stuff. I just said, nope, I'm going to sit myself home today and take care of me. So, anyway. You wore your... I'm not going to blame that on you for a second. No, no, no. You keep this thing going 90% of the time, so I'm definitely not going to blame that on you. I was just really frustrated. I had a couple of back-to-back really tough readings, and that takes more energy. I don't know what to say. You know, it was just what it was. No blame needed anywhere, so anyway. Thank you, Samina. I appreciate that. Really, I do. Thank you. Okay. T, and by the way, I know it's reversed and you can't read that in the screen. In case you're wondering, it says Soul Tribe. Only 5 people in the world currently own one of these, including myself. I had them made for my meditation group for Christmas this past year. And that's why you had questions, brain maze. Yeah, it was. Anyway, do you like that? Thought you would. That's why I used this cup today. Isn't it pretty? That's actually my logo on my business card. Not the Soul Tribe part, but that image. I hadn't figured out how to get it on my YouTube channel, but oh well. It's a project for another day. Oh, Mish, and also what I did today, I upload, oh, that's right, you're not in that. Never mind. Never mind, I uploaded another video actually answering a question Jay had, but Jay's in that other membership thing, so never mind. Okay. Like the mug. Yeah, it's a very faint pattern. It's not particularly bright colors for sure. It's kind of, and it translates better on a business card than it does on ceramic cup. But yeah, it's just sort of a pale blue background with lavender and pale green and blue on it. But yeah, because I'm a lifelong, well, not a lifelong, but a meditator somewhere, but I don't know, 37, 40 years, something like that. And I teach meditation classes, and that's why I had these made up, because it just seemed like the cool thing to do. They loved them. All right. Thank you, Marcia. We'll take those good vibes for sure. Hey, Daniel. All right, I'm going to ask first of all, but I'm going to ask for the big version of this deck, not the little one. What kind of energies we have coming toward us? What's the sort of weekly check-in for the coming week in front of us? We'll see. Now, this is not geared toward, well, I could gear it toward love if y'all wanted me to. Do I have a show of hands? You want general weekly energies, or do you want love energies? So sound off in the chat real quick. I'll give y'all about, 30 seconds. Yes, this is general collective reading for the week ahead. And I'm just waiting to get love. Okay, Mish says love. We'll go with love then. All right, so we're going to ask what's coming toward us. What is, what kind of energies might we face? I'm going to have to take that. Oh, no, I didn't get the question out. If it comes back out, I'll take it. But just so you know, that's somebody coming back from the past. Just saying. Somebody who couldn't walk away. We'll see if it comes back out again. Oh, Erica, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, love reading it is then. So what's coming toward my collective in love for the coming week, this upcoming week? Hello, Lawrence in Kenya. Wow. Thank you for being here. All right. These cards might, do you not want to talk to me about love? Maybe you just wanted to talk to the general. Okay, here we go. Okay. Happiness and harmony in the home. And that means relationship. Now, in this deck, you can't see it as well because it's kind of hidden in the artwork back here. But this is the Four of Wands. That's often considered the soulmate, twin flame card. Just saying. All right, let's see what else comes out. Hey to the 5D High Vibe Society. Love that handle. You coming or not? No? Okay. Aw, that's awesome, Mish. Yeah, peace and quiet in the home. I remember when I was raising my boys, I would much rather have a day or two at home in my house alone, quiet, than go off somewhere for vacation. It was just like you never got to experience that. That's a lot. Let's see. I don't know. Do we want all those? They did come out. And I know y'all can't see the cards. I'll hold them up for you. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't have that card that came out earlier that talks about somebody from the past, whatever. So I don't know if this is someone new, somebody you're already seeing, or somebody from the past. It doesn't matter. These are energies, remember, general energies around love. But this would have to do with something that you felt an injustice about, or an injustice that's going to happen this upcoming week. We did ask about what's coming this week, so I have to say something that has to do with the soulmate, and I've got 2 cards that indicate that. Because we've got the Twin Flame soulmate card. Also, this is thought to be the Happy Home card. I've got the Lover's card, and in the middle of that, I have the Justice card in reverse, which speaks of just that, injustice. So something's going on here with you and your soulmate this week. There is communication. There's some kind of movement. I have one person, basically, 2 people here. Okay. I have a King of Cups. There's no gender in tarot. I only say he or she because that's what's on the card. But I do have a King and a Queen here, indicating that you may have someone, for example, this King of Cups, coming toward you, expressing their feelings, coming with an open heart. You may feel, collective, you may feel, now this could be you can reverse the roles, of course. You may be extending yourself to somebody, but let's go with that first storyline. This person could be coming back, or coming, into your life. You may say, I don't know if I want to leap off that cliff with you. I really don't, because I don't have clarity about this situation. I really don't think I have all the facts that I need. And so you're going to be this Queen of Swords. She's cold and calculated. She's very straight with her words she can be bitchy, I'll just say it that way. I'm sorry, but there's really, because whoever this is, I don't think you want to collaborate with them. Again, reverse the role. If you're thinking about approaching somebody this week and telling them how you feel, that might not go like you want. Now, it's saying there is love here, or there was love here, because it could be a long-term relationship. That this for once can represent a long-term relationship. But there was injustice, or you perceive there to be injustice here. Let's see what's under here. So you don't want to what's the word? Why can't I come up with that word? Sorry, I was distracted. You don't want to cooperate and or collaborate with them. You may be feeling like either this person didn't use their intuition in how they navigated this relationship, or it just could be things are coming to the light now that were hidden, and it may be that you're deciding because of these things coming to light, or this could be what's coming to light, which is, I don't want to reconcile with you. I've made my choice, and honestly, I don't want to be juggled anymore. If that was part of your story, I don't want to be juggled anymore. I'm focusing on work, and that's the truth. Yeah. King of Swords here now in the upright. He's a good communicator. He's very intelligent, right? And he does not take any BS from anybody. Now, somebody here, whoever's probably on the receiving end of this message, is going to have a hard time getting past and ending it, because this looks like maybe that's what's happening here. You may be telling somebody, again, you don't want to, maybe they're coming back in for another crack at you, and you're saying no. But this is the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is either an ending someone is having a hard time getting over, or an ending they don't want to accept. You or them, and they feel like this was a missed opportunity. Yeah. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, kind of that same story. We've had something like this before, but never with the. I mean, this is really the Two of Cups and the, oof. This could be a lot of things, but it feels to me like another way I could read that. Somebody's getting karma for how they acted in love or didn't act. Okay. All right. Now, yeah, interesting. What actions might benefit us this week, or what advice does Tarot have for us this week? What advice? There it is. Remember that card that jumped out at the beginning? I had a feeling that was going to come back out. All right, again, reverse the roles. But somebody here coming back from the past or wanting to come back from the past, saying, I can't move on from this. I can't move on from this. And, sorry, I was getting an email from a client. And you're saying, or whomever this is, I can't walk on from this, but they're going to be disappointed because there's somebody here saying, I'm not emotionally available to you anymore. I'm shutting down. I'm not, Because I realize now, you are no longer my wish come true. I have lost hope for this, and I'm putting an end to it. That's the world. And here, I'm putting an end to it, and I'm moving on. I've lost enough confidence over this issue. And you can come in and tell, and yeah. This may have been somebody in your life that treated you, let's just say, they were not dependable. They were in and out. They were just somebody you couldn't count on. Here today, gone tomorrow. Again, it's probably somebody from your past. And they may come in and say, or might even offer you an apology and say, oh, but I still have feelings for you. And I've been looking at what you've been up to on social media and looking back at our past text messages or whatever. And Okay, I meant to leave those two out. Hold on. I got ahead of myself. This came out and this came out. All right, and then goodness, all right, well. So this is going to throw somebody into a head spin. Yeah. The analysis paralysis. This is also one of my holy crap, what have I done cards. Yeah, that wanted to come out, wanted to show itself. Again, this person may have been spying on you, or you're spying on them. That can be, like I said, text messages, looking back at old texts and pictures. Somebody, oh yeah, oh goodness, y'all. All right. Now, I don't know who this Queen of Pentacles is, because I have a king, a queen, and now I have a third queen. Queens and kings represent people to me. So for those of you who there's somebody else in the picture, it could be saying that, well, there's a number of messages. Let me get the most prevalent one here. This could be saying they are dealing with this person, or somebody here is acting like this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, who either they're dealing with this queen, you're dealing with this queen, you are this queen, they think you're this queen. I'm not not sure about that yet. But she can be needy and greedy and, yeah, bad money. She doesn't manage her money well. She's not nurturing or caregiving, any of that. I'm wondering if somebody, hang on a minute, let me see here. Okay, I may have to pull on another card on that. For a few of you, not everybody, but for a few of you, this could be your person coming back to talking to you or explaining to you about some third-party situation. Now, third parties does not necessarily mean romantic. It can mean an interfering family member. It can be a boss, or it can be, your cousin or a dog or some situation. But somehow, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is a part of this equation. And somebody here is feeling very left out in the cold at the end of the week, like, because somebody else is making a choice here, presumably you, collective, making a choice in love, and somebody's going to be feeling the pain of it. So somebody, it feels like somebody's coming in from your past, presumably. I mean, I don't have any aces here to say it's somebody new. I want to ask, one second here, I want to know, what is this, because these two cards, energetically, it feels like these cards go together. This Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. And now that's like, maybe they're saying if they were with somebody else, that person is out in the cold. So for a few of you, that could be the case. And so they're running back to you to try to reunite with you. Oh, I have no words for that. I was trying so hard not to go there. Right. Let's see. Tell me who this Queen... Can't make it up. I promise you now. I have nothing up my sleeve here. At the bottom of this deck, what do I have? The Lovers, which also means a choice. What just came out when I asked to clarify this Queen of Pentacles? The Lovers, making a choice. Yeah, somebody, I think, is putting this Queen of Pentacles out on the curb. I mean, look at the picture. Okay. What's underneath that? Yeah. Because they said, no, that whatever happiness, this could have been the case, sounding more like a case of the grass was not greener on the other side, y'all. They're saying, no, that collaboration was an illusion. That was an illusion. What was an illusion? That collaboration. Look what it did to me. Remember this card from over here? Oh my God, all I could do was, I got stuck in my head and I couldn't think and this and that. But now I'm listening to my intuition and I'm going toward what makes me happy now. Okay. Now, this may cause some conflict. Yeah, I believe that. Or this could be saying that was somebody you were competing with. This King of Wands, yeah, from your past, may be coming in to reconcile because he hasn't given up hope to have a happy life with you. Oh, wow. But I think then somebody else here is saying, but I'm not putting any more, either that or he's apologizing and saying, I realize I didn't put in the work. I broke your heart. I now have a new perspective. And I'm sorry we haven't been communicating, but now I want to come and start over with you because I have an epiphany now. And what is the epiphany? Go ahead, ask me. What is the epiphany? He sees your value now. He knows your worth now because you are the Empress. I want to expand with you, collective. Oh my gosh. We needed popcorn for that one. Okay, y'all, I will be out of town this week in case anybody wants to reach me. Same old song, I know. I presume this person's going to come to, all of our houses this week, since we're all dating the same person anyway. Okay, that's it. I got to find somewhere to be this week other than here. I know that. Well, I know, Jay, some of us are just not, no, you can't come right. You don't, clearly you don't know how to come right. So, yeah, you're tired of him too. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, like I said, I'm locking my doors this week. I'm just saying. Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful for somebody out there. I do. So if you want somebody back from the past, charge your phone, whatever. Get out of your pajamas, dress up nice. And if you don't answer your door or your phone. Okay. Now, Adia, I owe you a reading from yesterday, so we can do yours right now. So I've got nobody else waiting right now. And by the way, thank you, everybody that's here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Hope you've had a great weekend. You'd actually like a forecast, okay, for the week of ahead, June 22nd to in love specifically or in general, Adia? Love. Okie doke. Well, let's see what deck for Adia. All right, let's see what the forecast is for Adia in love for the week of June, which I can't even believe the years have gone, June 22nd to the 28th. Show me, please. Show me clearly, please, for Adia. Big mess, no Harry's. And by the way, y'all, I do also offer private readings. You can go and look on my website at darlene.info. That's DARLENE.info. And find out all about me there. Well, I'm not sure this deck wants to speak about your love life this week. Let me turn it over and see first. Tell us, please, about Adia's love life for this coming week. Nope, not going to talk. Okay. Well, then we'll just put you back over here. You go back over there and take a nap. All right. We're asking for Adia. What does her love life look like this coming week? Forecast for the week. Noted. Well, that's a good sign. Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take. We like that. Can also be saying you're working on your money, but of course not. That wouldn't be all there is to it. Some little page is going to come in and say, but I got a big old crush on you, Adia. And I might need, this might be somebody who wants to apologize. That's often the energy with that card for me. All right. What else? Anything else? I'm not going to speak on that yet. Give me another card on that, please. I'm sorry, I'm squinting because I don't have my glasses on. Mad reflection. Let me finish this reading, and if you will please repost that, Mad Reflections, I'll come back to that because that's a good question. Somebody's lost patience with this, Adia. Okay, motor's running. You know that reading I just did? What is going on in the skies is what I want to know. All right. Well, somebody is coming towards you, right? Saying, I'm ready to give my part now. I'm sorry if I hurt you or whatever. I might not have, I think they, excuse me, lost their confidence, or maybe they've been struggling with the strength to do this thing that I'm about to tell you about, probably. But I have a Knight of Wands in reverse. Now, he's the player card. I gotta say it. In the reverse, it can be one of two things. Either it's even more reckless energy. Once in a while, it could be saying, though, well, I'm not going to be a player anymore. Because they're tired of waiting. They're impatient. Somebody who's grown impatient. What are they grown impatient for, you ask? To tell you how they feel. Now, I think this person has another situation, if it's who I think we're talking about. And they may come in saying, I put an end to my other home situation. And I have an epiphany. I've had this epiphany now, and I'm going to come riding in hot and fast in my chariot. And we'll be communicating with you and telling, because I'm curious about what you're up to. Oh, dear. Lordy, I'm glad we didn't do this one last night. Now. Anything else you want to tell Adia about what's coming this week? I'm just saying, the Two of Cups is in the upright. But be mindful. These are knights. 2 knights. Not kings, not an emperor. No, I'm sorry. No, that's wrong. A knight and a page. Just saying. I'm laughing too, Erica. Laughing, not laughing, but most of us here live vicariously through Adia, so she's our entertainment in her life. Let me ask that. Let me see what these cards are. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Somebody from the past is coming in now. They've been at a crossroads, or this puts you at a crossroads. Somebody just sent me a PayPal. I can't read it right now, but thank you, whoever that was. I'll check it in a second. Because you've given up on this person. Or maybe they told you they weren't coming back. Who knows? But I think this is you. Because you've been waiting. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, you thought this was over. Oh, yeah. Now, somebody here didn't want it to be over. And yet, there you are, single. Single as a Pringle. Taking care of yourself and your bag, and yet somebody over here is disappointed and unhappy. Let's ask your question, though. Yeah, that's what that is. 6 of Cups. That's somebody from your past. Coming back in, probably telling you, I'm not going to be that player anymore. So, yes or no, should Adia unblock this person? One more. Send him back to the streets. Okay. It doesn't mean you're going to take him back, but it says somebody's coming back. Doesn't mean you have to open the door. Just saying. Those same darn cards. Now, you saw me shuffling. The same cards are coming back. The answer is yes. Because they're going to be coming in hot. Communicating. This is my top card of communication. And they're going to be saying probably that I've changed. I've changed. I've transformed. And I'm just feeling all, I want to say weak, but let me word it like that for now. In other words, I'm not feeling good about, and I've also lost confidence about this ending, and I don't want it to be over. This is that 10 of Swords. Again, the same cards are coming back. But now they could be, this is you or them. Maybe they're saying they're single now when they weren't before. But they also are looking at you being quite desirable, single and free to pursue, liberated. You know, you're out there, like I said, you taking care of yourself, you're independent, you don't need anybody, and that does not bode well. They feel bad about it because, you know, they didn't know what they had when they had it. So this is not, it says yes, but maybe, you know what, Adia, maybe this is just so you can give it closure or get closure. Because this says your heart's not open to this anymore. That you've already written it off as a failure. No more sleepless nights because of this person from the past who now wants to give you his cup of love and tell you, I'm not a player anymore. I want to invest in you. And you're saying, oh, those ones are so heavy. I put those down. I made another choice in love. And yeah. Okay, Adia. See if I missed your comment up here. I'm trying not to hate my twin flame. Yes, Well, let me toast you on that one. I will say on that comment, typically, one of the biggest lessons from the twin flame journey is unconditional love. So if you're going to hate anybody, hate yourself for not being able to hate him. You know I don't mean that. I don't mean to hate yourself at all. But I'm just saying, you can't fault him for wanting someone like you in his life. You can't fault him for knowing you're a catch and for loving you, even though he's dysfunctional. So really, if you're going to blame somebody, blame yourself for opening the door or unblocking him and, you know, whatever. And yes, I know, I'm pointing that at me too. So, that is what it is. Again, maybe this, you know, maybe he has done all those things. Maybe he really has. I didn't ask what his true intentions were. Maybe he did. I mean, I don't know. But that's what he's going to come back and tell you probably. And we want to know. I'll have my popcorn ready. Bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart. Okay. So, Mad Reflections, what was your question? Would you post that again for me? Because I thought that was interesting and I wanted to come back to that. It was just a general question. Yes, Mr. Trotter, 87, that is true. Excuse me, this is one of the most intense cycles, and it is a cycle. People come in and leave the cycle during this cycle, and I can't remember if it's how many years each cycle is now. But this one, now I'm getting this from Steve at Steve's Love Tarot, by the way. This is not my own information. I think he said that this is the biggest twin flame soulmate cycle we've had and the most intense one since World War II. Something to that effect. And you think about the dynamics of that one where people were, you know, going off to war and going across the oceans and all that. So So, Mad Reflections, did you post that comment again, maybe by chance, so I can see it to answer that? It was a really good general question. Hey, Ruth, how are you, darling? Yep, I'm there with you, Adia. Yeah, you don't trust him, yep. I can't say that. No, I can. That is true. I don't trust him, but more importantly, I don't trust me. With him, regarding him. So that just tells me I got more work to do. I know what my homework is, right? So what can I say? I got it to do still. I'm working on it. But I will say, as I've said before to you, I just feel like I've reached the point where I'm no longer invested in the outcome. I don't, I'm not wasting any more energy thinking about that, because I think he's overdoing whatever, and I'm here living my life, and I'm having fun, and I'm happy, and that's all I care about right now. So there. Ah, thank you, Mish. You're so God, you're so good. So yes and yes and no, possibly is the answer. Mad Reflections had asked about do the cards tell the present, past, and future potential? So yes, they do. But or they can. What I always like to make people aware of, though, is that we all have free will, and we all have different frequencies that we are vibrating at, and therefore different points of attraction, because I believe in the law of attraction. And so if you are working on your point of attraction, you can change a potential tomorrow. Most of the time it takes longer because we have momentum. You don't, if you've got a wound that you've been, maybe had a Band-Aid over for 30 years of your life, then it's not going to change overnight. You got to put a little bit of work into that. And so, just so you know, takes a little bit of effort and consistency, but it can happen. It absolutely can happen. And if you're really good with that, you can absolutely collapse timelines. I mean, it happens. So, great question. But that is how I explain what I do as a tarot reader. I am just picking potentials out of the quantum field, and I get that potential because it's the one that's most active in your vibration right now. If you change your vibration, it changes that potential. I hope that makes sense. Mr. Trotter, thank you very much for that comment. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. That's very, very kind, and appreciate the respect there. Thank you. We're not all right. No tarot reader is 100%, and it is for entertainment purposes only. But, for those of you who don't know, it's really about the reader. The cards are just a tool. I could have coffee grounds here and read those, or I could have a bowl of water, which is what people call scrying. They're just tools that the reader uses. And even tarot readers, if that's their tool, get different messages from the cards. Justice is saying, I'm carrying on the legacy of my hardworking and overgiving parents. Their legacy matters to me. Well, maybe not the overgiving, because if you overgive, you get to a point where you're depleted. You can't give to everybody else. So how about a balanced giving? Thank you, Touch of Love, for being here. I do have mini read slots available. If you'd like to purchase one, that information is pinned in the chat. I so agree, Mr. Trotter. No, we don't. It's not that we must, because some people don't, but I agree. If you want to get by well in life, it is certainly the best choice to be respectful to one another. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I was listening to, balanced is good. Awesome, I'm glad you agree. I was listening to an astrologer talk about the energies for Scorpio this month, because I'm a Scorpio, obviously, and how things are shifting. Oh, thank you for us. Thank you, thank you. So I know I have a lot of Scorpios here that follow me, and yeah, y'all, let's just breathe. I think I'm going to be able to breathe easier soon, I think. It's supposed to be much better for us, so thank heavens for that. Justice, learning to balance yourself. That's a, I'm struggling with that now these last couple of months with this YouTube channel, trying to find balance. So, there are different times in life where we get challenged with that. Mine is, it is time and energy mostly. For me, energy is a big part of it. So, yes. And I'm trying to practice what I was just saying about, well, I can't help people because that's my goal. I can't help them if I'm depleted and I have nothing to give. So that was the lesson I think I learned most poignantly when I was a caregiver. And when I was terribly exhausted, it was all I could do to take care of anybody else. It wasn't the best care I knew I could give. And so that was a lesson I learned a while back. Andrew, what do I like to do when I'm not tarot reading? Well, I spend a fair amount of time at the gym. I like to do that. I'm there 3 days a week for a, kind of a boot camp morning every 3 days a week. And then I do personal readings. I teach meditation classes. Now, if I'm just me hanging out and everything, all the other things are checked off my list, I watch YouTube sometimes. For a number of things. I spend time with my family. I have 2 sons and 3 grandkids, and I have flowers, and I have a small townhome, but I have flowers and plants all around it, so I like to get out and spend time with them and watch the birds, sit in my swing on my porch, have a little glass of wine every now and then. So. Oh, yeah, and I have a group. I have different groups of friends. I play bridge with one group. I play pool with another group. We just have dinner night with another group. So I'm pretty busy. Oh, I love that word. Not trespassing, but trespassing. I like that. I might like to use that word. That's interesting. You like Mr. Beast and UFC? Yeah. No, you won't find me there, but I do watch other things on, of course, I like to watch some of my favorite tarot readers and support them, of course, but, just a variety of subjects. It's an amazing platform, I think. Glad we have it. All right, good people. Anybody else have an esoteric or metaphysical general question you would like me to address tonight? I just realized I'm color coordinated with my cup tonight. Oh, that's right. I did have one. Thank you, Mish. I forgot to check. I said I was going to check that and I didn't. My bad. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me and keeping me on track. I've got my old iPad tonight. I'm hoping it's already logged in. Here we go. It's slow though. Okie dokie. Just a minute. Sorry, it's making me log in. So I was just looking to see, okay, I got it. If you had posted your question, but I see it now. Tabia, is that how I say your name? I shouldn't do that without glasses on. Yeah, Tabia. Okay, so are you here? Okay, there you go. The question, yes, please, if you will post your question again, because this feed goes, the chat goes so fast, it gets lost, and I'd have to scroll for 30 minutes probably to find it. So if you would, please. Is it, oh, maybe it's Tabia. Is that how you say it, Tabia? All right. We will do your reading, Tabia. I have to wait till you post your question before I pick a deck, though. Good evening, Joshua. Okay, I see it now. Okie doke. Tabia wants to know about the Scorpio. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. I can't help it. So what deck for Tabia tonight? This one, okay. How does Scorpio feel about Tabia? Inquiry minds want to know. So what are the Scorpio's feelings and intentions toward Tabia? Please and thank you. Tabia. Please and thank you. Almost. Okay, let's try this way. What are the Scorpio's feelings and intentions toward Tabia, please? And thank you. Do you not want to talk? Apparently not. Well, I can't shuffle all night, honey. I'm sorry. What are the Scorpio's feelings toward Tabia? Please and thank you. Hello, Chelsea Gale. Welcome in. What does the Scorpio feel toward Tabia? Feelings and intentions, please, toward Tabia. And by the way, I forgot to thank you. So thank you, Tabia, for your purchasing a reading. Thank you. A Libra on the Scorpio cusp. Okay. You sure you were? Goodness, come on. I don't think your team wants you to know squat this week, it seems to. I'm not giving up, but you see, oh, these cards are being stubborn. All right, let's try this. Now, come on, you know that. You know it. And I know you can't see the cards, so I'll show them to you. No worries. Yep, that's right. I'm not a fast shuffler, and I take flyers, so patience is required, or at least requested. Well, he thinks you're very sexy, and he thinks you're confident. You're very attractive. He finds you very attractive. That's all right. So the Queen of Wands is someone who's very attractive, like I said. She can be an entrepreneur. She's an action queen. She's often a head turner in many ways. She can also be like the life of the party. Now, there's something here. How does he feel? He doesn't have clarity. And I say he, I don't really know he or she with the handles here, but I feel like maybe this is you or she and it's a he. However, there's something here that he doesn't feel clear about. Let me keep going here. Thank you, Lucky. Where did card reading originate? No one can answer for me. I do not have, I just answered this last night in my other live, and I've heard the story, but honestly, I don't have the dates and the history in my head. Somebody got it came from a deck of regular playing cards, and somebody got the idea to take it a step further and created the original Rider-Waite, which is actually the one I'm using right now, deck. And then had the idea to assign certain archetypes to the meaning, and collaborated with an artist to put this together in the form that you now see, or close to it. I think he was English. Did you not Google it and come up with I'm sure Google has it in there somewhere. Okay, now this is interesting, Tabia. I have two queens here. Now, because of the nature of the question I asked, because I always have to go back to what was the question I asked. Your first card out was the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this can just mean things you're down on your luck, maybe. Or maybe you're between jobs or something like that, and your money's not great. Or maybe you've had a string of bad health things, or something. It just means basically your luck isn't very good right now. And I talked about this Queen of Wands, who's very attractive, and he finds you very attractive. But again, there's some kind of a consideration here regarding either, to me it's like, sorry, a lack of clarity. Sometimes this can mean something that's not truthful, but I don't get that energy off of this. However, that being said, sorry to say, we have a Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. Now, if this was a love reading, I would say there's two queens here. So maybe you know your situation, because I got two queens and a devil here. But because of how I asked your question, how does he feel about you? I'm going to say that these might be the qualities as he sees you. Sadly, this queen is in the reverse. She can be a bit, well, I'm going to say, not a good money manager of her own money. I mean, not as a job, but she doesn't manage her money well. She can be a little bit greedy. She's not the best nurturer. I just talked about her in the previous reading, actually. Now, this card can be also, it can be obsession. Like if somebody's really attracted to you, if these two cards come out together, that's probably saying he's really obsessed with you. But I have to point out, this card talks about addictions. It talks about anything that's holding you back from being the best version of who you are. And generally, it just as a general definition, it means toxic energy. So there's something here. Maybe he thinks you're after his money or something. I don't know. That could be, but he thinks something about that is about this with you is toxic. And I'm sorry to say that. I didn't want to give you that message, but or it could be saying, because I'm not pulling on him, I'm pulling on how he feels about you. This could also be saying, you know, for some people, and I keep saying him, forgive me if it's not a him, but I kind of feel like it is. Maybe he's saying, I don't know how I would take care of somebody else, because if she can't take care of herself financially, I don't know how I would do that. And that might be toxic for me, because I like having my financial independence, and I'm not really, so, you know, it could be something like that, that if he's concerned in the future, he might have to take care of you, and that may feel toxic to him. So there could be something like that as well. In other words, in his mind, I'm not saying it's true, but in his mind, if that were the situation, he might feel like you would be restricting and holding him back in some way, and therefore that might feel toxic to him. He knows you're stable. Okay, then we won't consider that. Then very possibly this is one of two things. Either somebody here has an addiction, we ask how he feels about you, or he's afraid he'll become obsessed with you. What else, please? How else does the Scorpio feel about Tabia? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. And by the way, Tabia, this doesn't make it true. He might think that. It doesn't make it true. So please don't take it offense. I'm just explaining what the meanings of the cards are. I thought I had a flipper there, did I? No. Okay, this talks about disappointment. Either because there's somebody else in the mix. I do have two queens here. And that's a disappointment. Or, again, 3 of Cups to me. I'm going to have to get more cards, because that can mean, it can mean celebrating. Can be coming together with friends. Maybe thinks you have a lot of friends, but I'm not feeling that so much. And by the way, Tabia, sometimes, if not oftentimes, tarot gives me a backstory before it answers my question. So this could be talking about some backstory that you may or may not know about with him. But anyway, just thought I'd bring that up. Now I'm going to ask, I want to know 2 things. I want to know what this devil is. First of all, tell me about this devil card. And then I want to know what this 3 of Cups is. Because again, 3 of Cups for me I don't have all those other cards. So that's why I'm not leaning in the direction of a third party. But I do have 2 queens here and a 3. So I just want to see. What is this devil card, please? And thank you. Tarot's funny. Okay, the sun came out. Now, this is the happiest card in the tarot deck. So this person is afraid he's going to become obsessed with you. Because underneath that, I have this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The upright. Remember, this one was in the reverse, and now this one's upright. Sorry, I didn't show you that. There we go. So I think that explains that. Now, tell me what this Three of Cups is. Who or what is this Three of Cups, please, for Tabia? Ooh, I'm getting hot in here. Why is my air conditioning not on? I have to turn my fan on, y'all. Yeah, so, all right. Of course, there's a tower here. Yeah. 1 second, guys. I got to turn my fan on. It's getting really hot in here. Ooh, that's bright. All right. Thank you. Somebody here, we ask how he feels about you. So this could be talking about you and something you've been experiencing. Could be talking about him. But somebody here is currently experiencing or has experienced recently some kind of a disappointment. It had to do with another person. And now that person is probably out in the cold. But this talks about wanting to come in from the cold. So, I mean, if you know there's another person in the mix here, and I think, okay, again, I'm not clear if this is the backstory or what's happening now. Somebody here wants to lay this burden down. It's heavy, they're tired. And they're waking up to the fact of what either that they didn't, I think what's happening is they have awakened to the fact that whoever this situation was, they're not in love with them anymore. Now, if this is you and you've been in a relationship with this person, because I got the feeling that you just met this person, this feels like something that's already happened. This feels more like new energy. So this is interesting. Usually it's the other way around. But this maybe is being influenced. In other words, the energy that we got for you first about how he feels you're so attractive is being influenced. Okay, thank you. You did just meet. So I think there's a bit of a backstory here. And again, I don't know if this is talking about you or him, but there has been a disappointment where somebody, I think a third person of some kind. Now, if that's not the case, he may be saying he's afraid that, how do I say this? He's afraid that you might do this to him. Maybe that he's already experienced that, all right? This is a card of disappointment and apathy. And again, now this is in the upright. It means celebration, coming together with friends. But when these two are together, this is abandonment, being left out in the cold. And when it's in reverse, it means somebody wants to come in out of the cold. That combination makes me feel like, and because it's right, the cards that are next to it, makes me feel like somebody from their past might have hurt them. They might have then therefore be carrying this abandonment wound, if we can say it like that, which is a very heavy burden and frankly would like to put it down. So I think this is just talking about your story. Oh, thank you, thank you. He finalized a divorce months ago. Thank you, because that explains this. So essentially, because of what he went through back here with this situation, he's now more awakened. He's more aware of two things. One, he doesn't want a repeat of the past, mainly. He doesn't want a repeat of the past. He doesn't want that. And he knows, he has a clearer sense now what he wants in love and what he doesn't want in love. This is the Lover's card. But it's telling me basically that explains a part of this fear about this. Now that I understand that, that would also explain this other queen here. So she's still in his energy. This is what you need to know, Tabia. She's still in his energy. That doesn't mean he's even talking to her or ever will talk to her again. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is his fear of this kind of a toxic energy is still in his energy, is still active in his energy field. And it's causing him to have fear about that kind of relationship repeating itself, which therefore might prohibit him really going for happiness with you. So just know that. It's just a cautionary tale. He's afraid you're going to disappoint him and, out in the cold, and it's just going to be another round of a heavy burden. And he's very clear now that's not what he wants. So even though we ask about you, this tells the backstory of what he's thinking and feeling in general, because it influences this situation with you. It's just good old-fashioned fear of the unknown. And he's just kind of a wounded warrior right now in love, because it's what he's been through in his divorce, I think. Yeah, okay. Somebody played mind games with him in the past. Somebody played mind games with this one in the past. And when I was clarifying this Three of Cups here, this was at the bottom of the deck, which is a Tower moment. And that's when I shook my head when you said, yeah, he was just recently went through the divorce. That's what this is. The Tower, I think, I lost hope, and not in life as a whole, but, it dashed his dreams. And this ending that he had with this person was a very heavy burden for him, and it could have been a heavy burden financially. And guess what's back? The Three of Cups. So, yeah, I hope this isn't saying he was the one entertaining somebody else. So, but anyway, so he had an ending with, as I suspected, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So anyway, that energy is influencing. It's kind of it's like music playing, not music, but something playing, like white noise playing in the background. So just know that he is very attracted to you, but he's afraid what he can't see is that you might be another one of these. It's just his own healthy fear, because he finds you very attractive. He's afraid he'll become obsessed, frankly, because there's a lot of passion here waiting to happen, a passionate new beginning to you. So that's how he feels. He's very attracted to you, and I think, again, just to reiterate, it's just a normal, healthy case of, I don't want to repeat anything like that again. So that's, he's going to be cautious, of course. I hope that helped, Tia. I'd say, go for this and just don't, don't push him, don't crowd him. I don't get the sense that that's your style anyway. But he might just be a little gun shy. Oh, you did ask me that. Well, that's 2 questions, but I'm going to answer it for you because I don't have anybody waiting. What are his intentions towards you? What are his intentions toward Tia? That might tell us a lot more. And you're very attracted to him too. Okay, yes. Again, I think that's what that devil card was talking about. It's just like, yeah. 11 pounds, 11, yep. That's me. All right, what are his intentions toward Tabia, please? Not gonna tell me? Let's go this way. One more. All right, we'll try a different deck. Let's try this one. What are the Scorpio's intentions toward Tabia? Okay, good. Let's see what's underneath that. Well, he's definitely not reconciling with the person from his past. Okay, so this speaks perfectly to what I was just saying about, and I'm surprised this didn't come out in the first part of the reading. This is called the Wounded Warrior. The 9 of Wands speaks about somebody who's fought. Each and every one of these wands represents a battle. He's fought a lot of battles. He's tired, he's weary, but he's still standing. And he's saying, I think I've got one more battle in me, because it goes to the 10 of Wands and then it resets to the Ace of Wands. I think I've got one more battle in me when it comes to this relationship. However, it's an interesting message here. I'm going to hold back and see how this person gives to me. Now, I could read, normally I'll read the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse as somebody who is not going to give equally, or is not giving equally into a relationship. That's what it means to me. I feel more like this is his reticence because of his past experience. And it feels more to me like, I'm going to see what she does first. And then based on that, I'll give equally or not. So just be mindful of that. But he is coming in truthfully to you. He is going to be truthful. He is, so that's good to know. He may be holding back his emotion. I mean, I just said that. He's going to be holding back his emotions a bit. This can also talk about, he might have a tendency to overindulge occasionally. Now, there's either he has a tendency to overindulge occasionally, which makes him become a little bit more reckless and impulsive, or he's just holding back emotionally because he doesn't want to be reckless and somebody who's not dependable and all that. That's good. And again, in the center of this read, I have this Ace of Swords in the upright, and I have the King of Swords in the upright at the bottom of the deck. So this person is coming in truthful. I like that. Coming in truthful. He's an excellent communicator. What you see is what you get with him. But he doesn't tolerate a whole lot of bull. You know, he just doesn't. So, and he may not be... Oh, I see what you're saying, Spirit. Thank you. Again, this is just a repeating message for me. He may not be awakened. And all I'm going to say, let me hear me out. I don't mean that necessarily as an overall comment about him, but it could be just saying, I haven't awakened. I haven't risen from the dead yet from this thing from my past. And that's just exactly what I was saying about him and his, yeah. Plus, I think his money's probably been affected by this. This is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which talks about bad fortune. So he's saving his money. Okay, yeah, all that. But he is coming in truthful. These two cards indicate that. Truthful and clear. And he should be a very good communicator, actually. I just think he's holding back his feelings right now. So be mindful that he's going to be watching what you're doing. And I think that's very typical of a Scorpio. Well, that's not true. Typically we give too much and then we figure it out later and whatever. But Scorpios are very sharp and they don't miss anything. So he's watching and got his spidey senses out, because Scorpios are also the most psychic sign of the zodiac. So he's going to be sensing and feeling you on a different level than just the surface conversation. All right. So, okay, good. You got a good communicator, somebody who's sharp and mentally and honest. I like that a lot. But this is, as I said, with this page in reverse, the King of Swords can come off a little cool. You know, he's going to be head over heart. He's not going to come in gushing emotions at you. So, just so you know, he's trying to control all that. But coming in truthful. All right, Tabia, you're a Scorpio too. Ooh, Lord have mercy. 2 Scorpios. Hold back now. Oh, geez. Well, I wish you the best, of course. I wish you the best. You know, like I said, just kind of let him set the pace is what I'd recommend. You know, and show up, of course. I know you will. Show up well for him. Because, you know, Scorpios love deep, and it takes us longer than most people to get over something when we love that deeply. Much longer than we'd like to admit, and much longer than other signs, and much longer than you might. Well, we might put up a really good, strong front. You wouldn't know that's going on underneath, but so you have a heads up now. I know, right? Good luck with 2 Scorpios. Have mercy. Jeez, didn't work. Yeah, I think, to my knowledge, I've only ever dated one other person who was a Scorpio. It didn't work for me either, but that was for other reasons. Good evening, everybody. You're very welcome, Tia. Thank you again. I appreciate you purchasing a reading. Thank you. Hope you will come back and visit with us. We have fun in here. All right. Did I miss anything else? To my mods, am I up to date with my readings? I think I am. I'm guessing Mish had to go take care of her kids, Adia, or so just wanted to. Oh, no, she's there. Just wanted to say goodnight if you had to go, Mish. Liza is here. Oh my God, the picture you posted. Oh, are you gorgeous? You are amazing, Liza. I just want to say on Instagram. Wow. Girl, you're looking fine. I'm just saying. Just saying, you looking real good. So I just wanted to acknowledge you. Okay, you are still here. Okay. Well, since I've got 3 of you here, I was thinking I'd do one night this week, maybe do a members only live chat night. So what night is good for y'all? Can you weigh in on that? The 3 of you, since I got 3 of you here. Yes. I apologize. I really wanted to do that this morning. I just couldn't. I had to rest my old bones. Misha's saying, okay, Tuesday, all right. Not Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, anytime, okay. And Adia's probably Wednesday night for her, so I can't get y'all all together then, it looks like. If Adia could do, wait, let me sort this out here. Not Wednesday. Adia's saying maybe only Wednesday, and Liza, you can do Tuesday or Thursday, and I can do any of those, but and I can't do Monday, so that's kind of nixing that. Adia can do Thursday night. Adia can do, okay, Mish can do any night, but okay, and then Liza can do Tuesday. All right, so Thursday night we can do? All righty then, awesome. Thursday night it is for my members. So if you would like, everybody else, we'll be having a Thursday night live chat with my members only. There's a link in the description box of this video where you can go and check out my perks there. I haven't decided what we'll start with on our topic. I have several excellent questions that I have to answer or want to answer. So I'll pick one of those, and then we'll go from there. You know, we can just, it's usually a really fun night, y'all. So if you have any interest in joining my tribe, please go and check out my perks. Now, it's a little hard to see on a device, I will tell you, on Apple devices in particular. You may have to get on your computer to find it. It will either say join or memberships. If you click on that tab, then it has all that information, but it's very inexpensive and we have fun. So Thursday night, I got to write myself a note, put it in my calendar. Thursday night live, okay. Oh, wait, I missed some super chats. Oh, Bertha, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, Bertha. I appreciate that. Thank you for your gift. And Marcia Pemberton, thank you also. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. That is so very kind and very generous. Thank you. Much love back to you guys. You know, you get what you give, so when you're generous, it comes back. I'm just saying. Now, unless I missed somebody else, my moderators can keep me straight here. Yeah, Marcia, I know. Well, like I said, we give what we can. You know what I do? Besides always tipping when I go to the Starbucks, you know, it's that little thing. It's not a new concept, but once in a while, I'll just feel moved to do it. I don't do it out of any sense of, I'm going to do this so I get something back, but I'll just pay for the person's coffee behind me and little things like that. So you don't have to give away $1 million, but you can do little things that can start that energy flowing. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm sorry. See, I thought that was a donation. I didn't know Marcia was requesting a reading. Yeah, that's Marcy. I'm sorry. Those are $20 on the for a reading here on Super Chat. It's hard for me on this side of the screen to tell what's a super thanks versus a super chat. You know, like it's hard to. They're just different colors, but that different color is about the donation amount, and there's no difference in what I'm seeing over here. They both have hearts, so I don't really know what. Now, if it's the specific donation amount that I asked for, then I assume it's for that. Oh Lord, look at that! Adia has been a member of my soul tribe for 3 months. Woo! Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, God, look at y'all. Look, y'all are so generous. Look, speaking of generosity, thank you, Marcia. Got you. Thank you so much. Okay, I got it now. We all straight. We're all good, and I love how thoughtful y'all are and helping other people. Adia, you're always so generous that way, and I appreciate you. Okay, Marcia, go ahead and post your question for me in the chat. We'll get right into your reading. One question, please. I get tickled sometimes when people buy a reading and punctuation is a real important factor in communication in our language. But they think because they put a comma between something, it's not 12 questions, So I get tickled at that sometimes. Okay, finances, clarity, please. All right, would you like to ask a specific question about that, Marcia? I'm happy to do that for you. I mean, is there a specific job? Are you hoping to get a job or promotion or something? The more narrow your question, the more narrow my answer can be for you. But I can just do general finance too if you want. That's okay. You just tell me what you want, darling. Sugar, as we say here in the South. I really don't say that. Some Southern women do. I don't say that. And some of them say honey. I don't usually say that. Okay, I was just waiting for you to comment back here. Holy crap, you're saying you are a lottery winner? Oh my God. Well, you don't need me. You need a financial planner then, sweetie. I'm just saying. You need a financial planner. God, I'm sorry, y'all. I get dizzy. I'm trying to read somebody's comment, and before I can read it, the chat keeps jumping, and I'm just like, I'm getting dizzy. I'm trying to keep up. Wait. You're not a lottery. Oh, okay. I'm trying to follow the thread here with your comments. Finances, clarity, please. Lottery winner. Then it goes to, I want to know if I, no, that's the wrong person. Wait a minute. Windfall. Are you asking if you will get a windfall? Is that what you're asking? I'm asking about financial windfalls. Okay, and now I see your comment. Okay. Like I said, I was just trying to keep your comment where I could read it, and it kept jumping around. Okay, thank you, Marcia. Thank you for being patient with that. Okay, what deck, please, for Marcia? We like that one. Well, my nose is starting to itch again, y'all. Oh, it's driving me crazy. I think I have every deck just about out here tonight. All right. Now, Marcia, I'm going to ask this in a yes or no, because I think there's something you're thinking about in particular that might be coming your way, or you're hoping it's going to come your way. And so I'll ask a yes or no, and then the card, based on what card I get, we'll get a little mini read off of that too. So, will Marcia get a windfall of money in the near future? So we say near future. Is that 2 or 3? Do you want one more? One more? It might not be what you think it's going to be. Typically, I get a card in the upright. That means yes. But because this card is in the upright, it's either you might have to fight for something. So like if this was an inheritance, maybe you're hoping to get an inheritance from some family legacy or somebody who passed away or something. This would say you're going to have to fight for it. And it's going to be a hard battle, and it's going to feel like a heavy burden. And you may feel isolated from other people in the process of trying to get it. And somewhere along the line, you may be tempted, you may be overwhelmed with it all, and it may cause you to pull away and not talk to people. This doesn't feel like it yet. I always, the way I do this is I have an agreement with my team. I shuffle the cards 3 times. I cut the deck. You know, you saw me cut it 3 times, put it back together, and then cut it once. And if that card is an upright, that means a yes. If it's in the reverse, it means a no. This card is in the upright, but honestly, I don't feel, this doesn't feel like a yes to me. This feels like a hard struggle here. Look at these cards. So I'm not going to lie to you now. And furthermore, so here's the thing. Well, no, let me finish my other sentence. Furthermore, if, for example, this is a legacy, a settlement from a lawsuit, or against an inheritance of some kind, it may be something that is procrastinated. In other words, kicked down the road for some reason. Or you may lose curiosity about pursuing it. I mean, it could be because I've got the Page of Wands in reverse next to this Ace of Pentacles. Now this, in the upright, would be a hell yes, you're going to get a settlement. But in the reverse, it's saying this was whatever this thing you at this point would have considered a lost opportunity. So Technically, it's a yes, but I'm not feeling it, I have to tell you. Now, I know that's not what you wanted to hear. So, we'll pull some more cards. Tell me why is this? Why'd you give me that answer? Tell me about this potential legacy situation. I keep hearing that word is the reason I'm saying it, okay? Marcia, I keep hearing legacy. I don't know what that means. If that's a patent for something. I mean, it could be any, Lord, 1,000 different things. But you're not just asking in general. You're not just off the street asking, am I going to win the lottery? There is something specific here you're asking about. I can kind of feel that. So, okay, I don't know if that's you or somebody in the way of you getting this thing. Because somebody here... The legacy word's not resonating with you? Well, like I said, it could be inheritance. It could be promotion even at work. Or, I mean, like a, what do you call it, bonus? I have no clue. You've given me nothing here, so I'm kind of flying in the dark. But I am trying to find out more for you. So this is one of two things. As best I can narrow down, like I said, with what thank you. Now, see, if you'd started with that, okay, thank you. That kind of gives me more insight as to the cards I pulled for you, because what I was going to say, I started to say this is one of two things. Either this is physically somebody, like an inheritance or something getting your way. No. You need to put an end to a cycle. No, let me restate this. How do I want to say this? Okay. Now, don't shoot the messenger, please. Please, 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 Marcia. I am never a person who judges anybody else. So please understand what I'm going to tell you is not coming from that place. It's just the universe saying you got a little more work to do on it, because this is the Queen of Wands in reverse and the World card in reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who typically is very selfish and self-absorbed. She's shallow and just wants money and the fine things, and she doesn't care. It's all about her looks and all that kind of thing. Okay. And the World card in the reverse is talking about repeating a cycle of that. So Spirit is saying, don't be that person. Don't be this person, or you're going to repeat the cycle. Now, how does that relate to what, oh, good. We got the full card. Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah, I love this at the bottom. I'll explain these two. How does that relate to you trying to manifest the lottery? Because I totally believe in manifestation, obviously, and that you probably knew that and why you bought a reading with me. But sometimes with manifestation, and if you watch or listen to Abraham Hicks videos, she talks about how focusing on something very specific like that can be actually counterproductive to you getting the thing that you want. And let me explain. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here with you, and what Spirit's trying to tell you, why not to do this. If we have a lot of, I've talked about this already tonight, momentum going, like, for example, our parents thought money was evil, or maybe women don't earn money like men do, and women don't have the right to have money. I mean, all kinds of weird messages we could get when we're growing up or whatever. So that's lurking in your subconscious, right? And you've got a lot of baggage and a lot of history and momentum built up with maybe some negative thoughts about money, subconscious thoughts, of course. And so when you're trying, if let's assume for a moment that's the case, then when you're trying with all your might and you're focusing on this one thing that's going to fix all this other, you've got too much momentum going to be able to just leap into this thing that you want. Like, I want $1 million, I want to win the lottery. So Abraham Hicks talks about working yourself up the emotional scale first before just jumping into, I'm a lottery winner. Now, I don't know what your process is for manifestation, so I'm really kind of flying blind here about that, but let's just assume for a moment that, you know, I mean, you could be using any number of methods, I don't know. But what I'm being told to tell you is to use more the method, and you can Google this, I'm sure YouTube has many videos by Abraham Hicks about this, so she tells it better than I do. That's why she focuses on getting happy about anything, not the thing that you most want. Again, that's kind of counterproductive because you don't truly believe it. You're telling yourself you do, but you don't truly believe it because you've got X amount of years of not believing it. And then suddenly you're going to start doing affirmations and it's going to come true. No. So you have to work yourself up to a different frequency about something else. That's why I talk about just get happy about anything. It doesn't matter specifically. Don't focus on that thing. It's counterproductive. So not focusing on that thing, but rather focusing on something else you want, just anything else that you can do to think about, to focus on, to create, to manifest, that makes you, gives you that, no, let me say that differently. Nothing gives you happiness, you give you happiness. To feel, to get you to the place, here it is, to get you to the place within yourself that you can feel that sense of happiness and feel that sense of already having that. Leor, okay, I just got a request from Leo for a reading. Let me write this down real quick. And I don't know, Leo, LL? Okay, LL, that's you, LL. Got you. So I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. You're doing it, you're focusing on it, you're focusing on the money. That's what this means, I think. But there's something you're doing that's keeping you in this old loop, this old pattern. And so I feel like it's saying, because that's what these cards were talking about when they showed, that you need to do something different. You need to do something new that you're not doing. And one of those things, at least, if not the whole thing, is focusing on feeling that love, filling your cup, getting happy about something that really puts you into that feeling place first. Now, once you're there, it's what Abraham Hicks talks about. Her language is, oh, good, I'm glad you understand. Okay, perfect. I thought you might, because you already knew about manifestation. But she talks about, oh, shoot, did I just lose my train of thought? Tell me I didn't lose my oh, no, I got it. Come on, bring it back. I was on such a good roll there. I shouldn't have looked at the chat. I know, I shouldn't have. Oh, well, filling your own cup. If you fill your own cup and you get happy, it changes your frequency. And then the things that you've already put out there in the vortex, you've already filled that vortex up with you're going to win the lottery. That part is already done. You don't need to focus on that anymore. Again, that's counterproductive. What you need to do is just get happy about something, anything that raises your vibration. She uses language like vortex. Get yourself in the vortex. Find something to be happy about that gets you in the vortex. And the vortex is a place where everything, all possibilities are, right? And so once you get your energy frequency up high enough to be in the vortex about some other subject, then that thing that you wanted is going to come naturally. But you focusing specifically on that thing before you get your vibration up is not going to work. It's counterproductive. So that's what I feel like this message is telling us here. Get happy about something. Try this new thing, something new This is a new opportunity. This is the Fool taking a leap, doing on a new journey here. And the new journey needs to be about filling your cup, loving yourself, finding something to fill that cup with. Because this old way, whatever you were doing wasn't quite working. So, all right. All right. And so the yes or no, that explains too the yes or no question, why it felt conflicting to me, because it's acknowledging that you put your requests in the vortex. It's acknowledging that they see that that you're doing the work. It's just there was a missing link there to get you from there to that Ace of Pentacles being in the upright, and I feel like that's what it's saying here for you. My pleasure, and a great question. I love that I got the opportunity to read that for you and to help you win the lottery, so you'll come back. and it's also an education, of course. I do it for everybody else that's watching, because that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. So that is awesome, Marcia. Really, I'm going to congratulate you now in advance of you winning that lottery. And remember the poor people, honey, when you get there. Oh, I love that. I love that for you. So, love that you're doing that. And by the way, you guys, I love hearing back. Mish reminded me that maybe I should say this to y'all. If I've given you any kind of advice or something from a reading, and that's come to pass, I would love it if you come back to my channel and tell the story, even if it's just a few little comments about, well, she said this, or the card said, it had to be about me personally, but, you know, just as a testimony that other people might see and want to come and get a reading from me. And that's how you can support me. So if you didn't know this, because I just found out this week, if you pull my channel up, now, hypothetically, this works, just so y'all know, a little education about YouTube here. If the creator has turned this option on their channel, and I have, you can go to my channel page and click on the tab that says community, and then where it says post, you can actually make a post on my community page. So you could go there and write a comment. Something like that would be awesome and very appreciated. So I just happened to remember to say that, because Misha and I were talking about it. Love that idea. Thank you, sweetheart. So, all right. Thank you, Marcia. That was an awesome discussion, and I hope you get busy getting happy, friend. Get busy getting happy. Winning that money. Yeah. Okay, Marcia, and now LL. Do your reading, LL. Now, LL, if you posted your question, it's, I don't see it. So go ahead and post that now, if you would, please. I love that idea. Thank you so much for saying things like that. See, I forget. And thank y'all for hitting that like button. That helps my channel too. Thank y'all so much for that. Yes, it is. The twin flame journey is a lot about facing your fears. Well, yes, and I would say facing your wounds and the things that you need to heal. Okay, LL, will you listen to what I just said to Marcia? Yes or no? Will you listen to what I just said to Marcia? Because for all of you people listening, the answer to any question or any challenge you have in your life right now, the answer is the same. Get busy getting happy. Okay, good. I just wanted, because I'm not going to repeat myself if you were listening. Just so you know, if you don't know how to manifest, there's some really great teachers. I love Abraham Hicks. I say that every reading here. So educate yourself on that, and you won't need to be asking a tarot reader that question. You'll already have it. But what tarot does is show you the potential, your current trajectory toward the thing you want or whatever. So that's what this is going to show you, what potential is most active in the field for you right now regarding money, LL. So LL is asking, will my financial woes go away by the end of the summer? All right, so we're going to ask, and is this the deck you want me to? This one? Okay. So, please and thank you to my team. Please show me, will LL's financial woes go away by the end of the summer? So, LL, it's a toss-up. I'm going to say no. This is the energy that talks about being stuck and not going anywhere. And when it's in reverse, as I said before, this would be a no for me. However, because of just what we were talking, there's no coincidence in this. There is a lot of synchronicity, especially here on my channel, I think. So this would be, on your current trajectory, this would be a no. However, what's right behind that chariot is the very card of happiness and all your cups being full. This is like tarot giving you advice, but not on this current path you're on. But if you, just what I was talking about in the previous reading, if you will focus on getting yourself happy, and there's something that you're going to, well, how do I say this? There's something you're fighting. I'm hearing the word fighting. I don't know if this is an internal battle, if this is, an inheritance, like of saying you and Marcia may be related. I don't know. But there's something that I keep hearing the word fighting, battling against, that you need to stop. Whatever that is, pushing against. I could say it like that. Something you're pushing against here that you need to step back from. Yeah, you need to make a choice. This could actually be a romance, but or relationship. You need to make a choice to withhold, to pull back your emotions from this situation, whatever this is about for you. Because it's not serving you for the long term. It's not something you need to be putting your time and energy in for the long term. And it's something to do with someone or something from your past. Now, I know you ask about money, but money is energy. Everything is affected by your vibrational frequency and where you're vibrating. So if you're really focused on your financial woes, where you're feeling stuck and not going anywhere, that's going to affect your money. So that's why I talk about that. LL, do you relate to this thing that you need to put down? You need to stop. I hear you need to stop pushing against something. Do you understand what that means? Yes? Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. Because that feels real strong in your energy right now. Okay. That's affecting your energy big time. And when you do that, you're going to have a passionate new beginning. And I'm not playing with you. You're going to have a passionate new beginning in love, or about or with something that you love. So whatever this thing is, it's like it's a classic energy of have to make room for something new to come in. If you're still hung up and focusing on whatever this thing is for you, whether it was, I don't know what it is, then there's no room for something new to come in. You have to make room for that new thing, because nature abhors a vacuum. So if you have all your space in your energy field, even if it's with things you're pushing against, that new opportunity, you're pushing that out too, pushing that away too. You're very welcome. Yeah. I tell you, the thing that I always, everybody I tell this to, because it's made such a huge difference in my life, is learn to meditate. That can really calm your energy down. Meditation does so much more for you than people realize. And by the way, yes, I have videos, so you can go on my channel. I have 3 videos. Please watch them in order. Part 1 is about the breathing technique, which you'll need. Part 2 is the actual how to meditate. Part 3 is a guided meditation, which you may or may not want to do. But meditation does a lot of different things. It's good for health issues. It's good for your mental, of course, and emotional mind. It also raises your vibration, which, what are you trying to do here to change your financial woes? You need to raise your vibration, don't you? Because you were just listening to what I was saying before. So all of those pieces fit into you eventually changing your point of attraction for your finances. And frankly, everything else, because it's all tied together. Oh, LL, thank you. I'm so glad that helped. I really am. I mean, that is why I'm here. I'm so glad it helped. Good. Awesome. You know what to do. My work here is done. Okay. Thank you, LL. I appreciate that feedback. Good, good. So I would say meditate, get yourself in that good space, and then pick something to get happy about and start shifting and put that other thing down, and start shifting your energy and raising your vibration. So I think that will change your trajectory. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, LL, thank you. Again, I so appreciate you purchasing a reading tonight, and I hope you'll come back. Thank you, thank you. My pleasure. All right, to my mods, I think I'm caught up. Am I caught up? I think. Wait, whoa, hold. Somebody's, hold on. Adia is pregnant? What? No. Something in the chat. Don't worry, don't worry. Goodness. Okay, thank you, Adia. I thought so. Just didn't want to miss anybody. All right, guys. If anybody has another question about anything esoteric or metaphysical, please type that in the chat. I don't think you are, Adia, but I'll pull a card. Sure, let's do that. I don't think you are. And not that deck, though. Okay. Is Adia pregnant? Nope. Nope. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Holy schnockers. I mean, look at these. Remorse, regret, disappointment, broken heart, losing sleep, conflict and fighting, getting clarity and walking away. No, she's too busy healing is what that means. No, you're not. You're too busy healing. Oh, Lord. No, I didn't think so. It didn't feel that way to me. She is pregnant with goodness. That's what she's pregnant with. Goodness and generosity and sweet, well, a little sweetness along with the saucy. Sweet, sexy, because she's a Scorpio. Just saying. A fellow Scorpio. Oh, gosh. Okay, guys, anybody have a general question about metaphysics or spiritual things? Oh, yeah, and one other thing, let me mention to everybody. If you are interested, please either send me an email or just make any comment on one of my videos. I do try to check them almost every day. Because I would like in the future to put together an online meditation class. So like an ongoing meditation class where I can guide you and I can read your energy when you're meditating and kind of help you and tweak your experience and that kind of thing. So I am looking at doing that over Zoom. I believe it's going to be the best way to do that for the future. So if anybody out there is interested in that, yes, there will be a fee, but let me know. Just make a comment, as I said, on any of my videos. I would be interested in meditation, or you can send me an email. My email is in the description box, or you can go through the contact form on my website. There's lots of ways to reach me, and just let me know if you would be interested in that. Sam, are you commenting about the meditation? That would be phenomenal. All of my moderators, by the way, are awesome and motivational talkers. They are very, very special. And I started to say ladies, but they're not all ladies. I have one man, oh no, two that get to come on once in a while that are moderators. Okay, Sam, you are. Awesome. Okay. Now, if you want me to do that, I need to know how to contact you. So, again, send me an email, or I don't know if you're here every reading. I don't know, Sam, if that's something. If you're here when I do reading, I mean, I don't know how to get in touch with you unless you're. I guess if you're subscribed to my channel, I'll certainly send out notices about that when I get it put together. But okay. If you specifically want me to contact you about that, then you'll have to send me an email or something. But otherwise, you'll look for a post. I'll post it in my community page when I get that put together. It's not going to happen real soon, but I just want to know if there's an interest for that. Tanya, what's your daughter's name? Okay, Sam, thanks. That's great. And I'll just start making a list of people who are interested. And that way I can contact you directly if you'd like me to. I don't spam people. Ugh, we get enough of that, don't we? Tanya, her name is Stephanie. She struggled, didn't she? Tanya, she struggled. When I go quiet, it's because I'm tuning in, so y'all bear with me. Tanya, is your mother passed? Because I feel like she's with an older woman on the other side. I think it's his grandmother or grandmother figure. Can you verify that for me? She did suffer. It was all of a sudden. She died at 32 years old. Yes, okay, yes, it felt like your mother. Yes, my mother and grandmother. Okay, awesome. So she is with them, and yes, she's okay. She is acknowledging, let me see if I can pull this through for you. She's acknowledging that she gave you a hard time. Whatever that means, and I have an idea about that, but we won't talk about that unless you want me to here. She is acknowledging that she gave you a hard time. And what she's saying, it wasn't because she didn't love you. See if there's anything else she wants to say. See, you never know what you're going to get when you come on my channel. You might just get a reading like Tanya, just because. I'm just saying, sometimes it happens. Hey, Tanya, she's bringing up a ring, some kind of a... Sorry, I keep fiddling with my cards over there. Just a minute, let me see if I can get more about this ring. Okay, at first I thought it was like a woman's ring, but I think it was like a father's ring, like a man's ring. Is there something? Do you know what she's talking about? Was this like her father's ring or your father's ring? It's a big, like a man's ring. Do you know what she's talking about? I mean, you would or you wouldn't, but... It's your husband's ring. Okay, your husband's ring. Okay. Bear with me. This is a little different process than tarot cards, so y'all just have to get quiet a minute and connect here. So give me a second. Okay, this is a very odd thing, but I got to give it when I get it. Something about this ring, it was like, she's showing me a scene where we're all in the kitchen, like cooking or something, and the ring falls into the food. I'm not sure you know about this, but she's showing me something about this ring and it fell into the food or something like that. Do you know what she's talking about here? But there's some kind of all of you joking about this ring or talking about. Yes, you do know about that. Okay, all right. You know, when they give me these images, it's just so that you know, because there's no other way. I don't know who you are from Adam's House Cat, but they're giving me this. This is how mediums work. So that if I give you something specific like that, you know, then I've, number one, got Stephanie here, and number two, that she sees, it's their way of telling you, hey, I'm still alive, I'm still here, I'm relaying this incident that happened, so you know that I'm still alive, I'm just not in my physical body. Now they usually give me, I'm asking, something that's going on for you, like more currently. Do you have a cat, Tanya, that was recently sick or maybe is sick? Oh, thank you for affirming that. Tanya's saying you don't know. I don't know you. No, she's saying you don't know me and you do have her there. Thank you. So Tanya, there's something about a cat and a cat that's sick or was sick for you. Your sister. Okay, sorry, it's your sister. She's just saying, I see the cat's been sick, or something about the cat being sick. She's just trying to pick out something that's since she's passed that you will know. And if I give you this stuff, then you know she's watching over you. That's how they work through me anyway. Hey, Kaiser, how are you doing? Good evening. Yes, I can do one more for you. And she loves that cat, or loved that cat. Yes. Oh. Let me see if there's anything else now. This is so weird, y'all. I get this. I'm laughing. Apparently, excuse me, there's a theme with my team lately with shoes. It's like the last 3 mediumship readings I did, they're bringing in shoes. What is the obsession with shoes, team? Tell me what this... Sorry, I have to laugh. Jay is here. How you doing, love? I'm going to come back to you, Tanya. Hey, Jay, before I forget, I posted a video in your level of membership, and my apologies for taking so long to get it. You know, I was sick for a while, and my apologies, but I did post it, and it was about that when we had our discussion on the super chat about how to send positive energy, send energy to someone and do it in a positive way. And so I finally got that video made, and I posted it. It's in your members only video. So Jay, just so you know. Now back to Tanya. Let's see. Stephanie always carried her shoes around and always have them on if she didn't have them in her hands. Okay, thank you for that. Because I mean, it's just got to kind of be this little joke. I mean, literally, now, not my private readings, but something here on YouTube, the last 2 or 3 readings I did for people, there was something about shoes in it, and it's just become funny to me. So, okay, excellent. So we have a shoe tribe over there coming through for Darlene. I don't know what. I'm so glad that related. You understood that message, Tanya. Thank you. I don't feel completely crazy. Okay, anything else, Stephanie, you want to say? Were you recently cleaning your car out, like on in the interior of your car? Were you recently doing that? Like I see you getting frustrated, saying an ugly word about something while you're cleaning your car out recently. Yes? Okay. So, okay, she's just acknowledging she saw you doing that. She said, I laughed at you when you did that. So I don't know what that was about. You will know. I say anything else. She's showing me something also very specific. There's something you were getting frustrated. Wait, you're saying that's her totally? Okay, good. She showed me that you were getting, it's like you were, I don't know if this is related to the car incident or separate from that, but something about you were like gathering stuff or moving stuff around or something, and you picked something up and you said, oh, I don't need that anymore. I'm throwing that out. And it's like you went to throw it out, and then I don't know what the time frame was, but later you went back and you retrieved it and you said, no, I'm not throwing that out. And so I don't know if you remember that. I don't know when that happened. No clue. But she's just she's laughing at the face. She said, you knew you weren't going to throw it out when you said it, or something like that. Yes, a week ago. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, Tanya. Love that. Okay. So you know whatever that thing is. So she was laughing at you. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I did see that come in. Thank you for doing. I love the red X's. That helps me see it. I love you do that. Thank you. Oh, Tanya, you're so welcome. I'm so glad I could do that. I can't always do that on these readings because it's hard for me. I have to. Usually, I do a different preparation process for a mediumship reading, and I usually meditate for a long time. And here I am in the middle of all this. So I'm just glad I could bring her through for you tonight. Now, let me see if there's anything else she wants to say here. She said something about getting your teeth cleaned. Is that coming up like soon? Something about you go get your teeth cleaned or something. I mean, sorry, I can't see you. I don't know what, that was not a diss, but she's probably acknowledging that you have an appointment coming up soon around that or something. But anyway, she's pulling your energy back, so I'm gonna leave it there for you, Tanya. So yes, you're saying yes, you do. Okay. So just so you know, she's obviously elbow to elbow with you in your life, seeing what's going on. Just saying. I nailed it. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad I could do that for you. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Tanya. I hope you'll come back and visit us again. So thank you. Appreciate that. Now, for Kaiser, here we go. I got you. Is it Kaiser? Not sure if you saw. No, I'd much rather, Kaiser, you make a comment here so I know that you did send the PayPal. Yeah, it's just because I have to go back and forth otherwise. Now, what I don't have is what your question is. Do I need to go to PayPal and find that? For me, Ingo Bernabel, am I saying that anywhere close? You can go to my website. Yes, when I do a mediumship reading, it is $90 for me. Now, other readers, I don't know. But you can go to my website. It is darlene.info, DARLENE.info. And you can book there. Oh, there you go. I see you, Kaiser. Thank you. Kaiser? Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you for saying I got it somewhat correct anyway. Well, started it anyway. Kaiser, I have a sneaky feeling you've been doing your homework that I gave you, haven't you? And that's why you're coming back to ask about this again. Am I right? Am I right? Have you been working on this? Okay. And I'm asking what deck for you? What deck for Kaiser, please? All right, we're going with the lights here. Let me make some room here. All right, how does Erica currently feel for Kaiser? Yes, you have. I knew it. I knew it. I could feel it. Isn't that cool? I can feel, and that's not acknowledging me, that's acknowledging you. I'm so glad. Were you here, Kaiser, a minute ago when I was talking about how much I really appreciate it when people come back and I'll give them a reading and I'll give them homework or whatever, and then you come back and we do a check-in, or if I just give you a reading and something came to pass, if you come, it's like a testimonial. It helps other people. It helps my channel. It helps me. And you can do that. I don't know if you heard this or not. You can actually go to, okay, you can actually go to my channel, and there's a tab that says community, and then if you click on that, you can make a post, and you could tell a story, or you could say whatever you wanted to say. You don't have to put your name, of course, but so that might, for any, I'm saying that for everybody watching too, you can do that with any of your favorite readers if they have that enabled on their channel. Okay, let's see. What are Erica's current feelings? How does Erica currently feel for Kaiser, please? Ooh. Passionate. She feels passion for you. Passion. That's a Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginning is what that represents. Let's see. Woo. And the Knight of Swords. That's fast communication or fast movement. You know, it's like something's happening. I'm coming in. I'm giving, like giving you a. I can't speak anymore tonight, y'all. I'm sorry. A conversation. Excuse me. Hey Nancy, how are you tonight, darling? How you doing? All right, tell me more, please. Alrighty. Oh my, Kaiser, you have been doing the work. Woo. All right. I got two big cards here. Well, I've got the biggest card for me as a reader of communication. So if y'all were not talking, I think that's about to happen. That would be this Knight of Swords coming in, wanting to have a conversation. Now, sometimes this is a difficult conversation and or a challenging conversation of some kind. Now, it could be this conversation, because I've got a challenging conversation about some kind of a transformation. And you said you're driving, so you probably not can see the screen. I don't know, but I'm holding up the cards so you can see them. So we've got the Knight of Swords, the Death card, and the Eight of Wands here. So, and all of that is prefaced by this passionate new beginning of this Ace of Wands. Now, what I have, though, at the end, because you knew there was a but coming, right? I have the Knight of Wands, King of Wands, excuse me, in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. He's self-centered. I gotta say it. He can be a very selfish person. And he's not somebody who would commit. No. He might be a lot of fun. He's kind of like, he and the Knight of Wands to me are very similar energy. He's just been he's been around doing the most longer. Say it like that. What else? So I don't know yet what that means here. I don't know if she's saying that's her energy or she's saying that about you, or, well, no. Let me get some more cards here for you. Okay, y'all, hang on, I've got this weird noise happening. Don't know what that was. I got goblins. Y'all seen any orbs flying around? I do get those often on my videos. Probably my big brother. Okay, let me make sense of this this is different energy down here. It's different. I want to talk about, okay, I'm going to have this conversation. I'm sorry, y'all. My hair is tickling my face and driving me nuts. There we go. Difficult conversation about moving forward, communication about moving forward, but we've got this King of Wands in reverse and a Four of Pentacles in reverse. To me, this is letting go of something that you've been holding on tight to. And we've got this sense of abandonment about this because nothing's been moving. Let me keep going here. This isn't making sense. The end of this isn't making sense yet. I gotta pull my cards. We'll get there, Kaiser. Show me what this means, please, because we started out with a bang, and I don't know what this is telling me here. Okay, I don't have clarity about something. Presumably, their relationship, which, all right, but, or maybe, I don't know. I don't have clarity. Maybe that's saying I don't have clarity because it fell right underneath the Ace of Wands. So it could be saying I don't know how, I don't have clarity, I can't see my way how to get this new passionate beginning with you. But I am spying on you. This is the Page of Swords in reverse. That usually means somebody's, looking at your social media, looking at past, text messages or pictures or photos. Hopefully not driving by your house. All right, what is this transformation? Show me this, show me this. Lots of love to you, Sam. Oh, I'm going to write your name down too because you said you wanted to do the meditation thing. Let me make a note of that. And hopefully we'll get that going. Thank you, Sam, and you have a wonderful night, and thank you for lending us your good energy tonight. Crow is in the house tonight. How you doing? Are you in your tent tonight, Crow, or is it a pretty night under the stars where you are? All right, let's take another spin here with this deck. We may have to change decks. Here we go. Somebody didn't want to put the work in to transform. Is she saying that about you, Kaiser? Hanging in there in the tent? It's hot and getting hotter. Hot. H-A-W-T, hot. Hotter. Getting hotter. Yes, I bet it's getting hotter here too. Yes or no? No? Okay. Sorry, Kaiser, the cards are just slow to come out, so thank you for your patience here. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. One step closer to a roof over your head. Well, amen to that. Amen to that. Something that most people take for granted, I might add, unless you're living in a tent on a piece of land and you don't have one other than your tent. You don't take that for granted. So whatever this communication is, it's truthful communication. She wants to cut through the BS. I've got a Queen of Swords underneath this Eight of Wands. So I think she's acknowledging here, this is looking like, and I got one more card to get out here, but I think she's acknowledging, Kaiser, that She didn't put the work in to make the changes that needed to happen here. Now, if the shoe is reversed, if this is you, you have to own that. But I have this Queen of Swords underneath the Eight of Wands. So she, in this deck in particular, she's guarded about communication because her sword is in the sheath. It's not like some decks where it's up and ready. So it's like she's guarded. That's just the word I'm getting. Guarded. Now, I have a Justice card in the upright underneath this King of Wands in reverse. That could be saying, it could be as simple as somebody's getting their karma. Somebody could be getting their karma here. Is she saying she's hoping you're getting your karma, or is she saying she's getting her karma? I don't know who did what here, because I know I've done readings for you, but I don't remember those stories when I do readings. I kind of wash it. Yeah, letting go. There is an ending here. All right. Letting go. Moving on, but moving on slowly. Getting a new perspective here. By the way, ooh, Florida to California. Well, if y'all do that, Florida to California, Adia, you have to stop in Birmingham. Either way, I don't know who's going who. Jay, whoever, y'all have to stop in Birmingham. You can't do that trip unless you stop in here and say hello. Y'all are funny mango readers. Let me get to the bottom of this. I am still not understanding. No, let me go back to the beginning here, Kaiser. You know I'm going to ramble a little bit before I get there. All right. How does she feel about you? How she feels about you is she feels very passionate about you. Wanting to communicate about a transformation. Now, it could also be saying a transformation. I want to communicate a transformation regarding this King of Wands. So, like, if there was somebody else in the picture, because this is next to this Four of Pentacles, could be saying, I let go of that person. If that's applicable to your story, Kaiser. Or, well, let me keep going down to the bottom row now. So, but I can't see clearly how to get to that passionate new beginning. I can't see the truth of something. Even though I've been looking in on you, checking in you, I'm not, excuse me, ready to put a lot of work into this yet. Or invest in this yet. Oh, Crow, that sounds absolutely perfect. 11 acres in the mountains. That sounds like heaven to me. Oof. Yep, that sounds like absolute heaven to me. With a cabin right in the middle of it. No grass, just woods and trees. So, Kaiser, this almost feels like, again, because of these last three cards in this particular Queen of Swords, like she's saying, can I pick up the cards? And because it's falling under these cards of communication, I want to know, ain't catnip, I want to know, or I want to talk about rather, I want to talk about this ending and the fairness or the justice or have justice, or this is kind of giving me the feeling of closure. Or because or having balance or having justice about an ending. Adia, if you want me to pass on your email to anyone, you let me know. Just saying. I have the power. This last part is, I'm not feeling it, Kaiser. I got to get to the bottom of it. I hope your trip is long trip, so it seems like it's going to take me a minute. Because this is confusing me. Oh, and what time is it? 9 o'clock. Well, I'll just wait. What is this justice? Let's ask that question, Kaiser. Because she wants justice about something. This queen is looking over here at these scales and just holding back, just sitting back, sword in sheath, but sitting back quietly, stealthily. I want justice, some kind of justice or some kind of balance regarding an ending. Now, I want to ask, what is the Justice card about? Show me, please, what this Justice card is about. For Kaiser. What justice does she want? She wants the scales balanced. She wants justice. All right, we get it. What? She wants justice with this King of Wands, which I think is probably... what it's probably saying is, I want to talk about this. I want justice with you regarding this ending, or I want to balance the scales regarding this ending. Let's see if I can get any more. Yes, Crow, Mama D, I love it. Oh, that's a possibility, Crow says, because Crow knows about tarot also, and ruins. Self-reflected, yes, it could be. Maybe that's why it's so weird. It just feels different. I can't put it into words. You know, it's energy. It's hard to put into words sometimes. Show me this Justice card, please, Spirit. Explain it to me. Explain it. Hey, Crow, you going to have a root cellar and all the stuff? And a smokehouse and all the stuff. Oh, this deck is not wanting to talk tonight, and I like this deck. This is for, yes, someone in my chat purchased a reading. Changes your... It is a specific personal reading, yes. What is this Justice? Okay, I'm not going to, well, guess I will too. All right. I don't know which one of you pulled back. I don't know who pulled back from whom. But somebody went quiet here. Maybe somebody ghosted somebody. But the Justice is either giving justice because this happened, because this is the Hermit card and the Two of Cups in reverse. Somebody went cold, somebody pulled back, might have ghosted somebody in this relationship where there now is, the cups are all spent. And I think she wants justice either about that or to give justice regarding that. So Kaiser, I don't know who did what here. But you asked me what she wanted. So we see how she feels. She feels passionate about you. She wants to communicate with you. She may think you're being a bit self-absorbed and selfish because the King of Wands is in the reverse. And you maybe she also feels you're a little over-focused on money, and maybe that could be. But she probably feels also that you haven't let go of the situation. So in terms of what she wants from you, she wants justice. Now, again, I don't know who did what. You've told me before, but I don't keep it. I don't keep it. I wash these readings. I can't stay in everybody's energy. 1 second. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jay. You beat me to it. So this, now that I see that, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. She wants, what does she want from you? She wants to understand this she wants balance, justice, truth, about, or if she doesn't want it, she wants to give it. But this feels like because this queen, again, is looking right at these scales. Expectantly, I might add, with the artwork. She's looking straight at these scales. And on the other side of the scales is this ending, Ten of Swords ending. Why did this happen? Or she either wants this or she wants to tell you about this, Kaiser. I hope this will make sense for you. The Hermit is somebody who pulls back, who goes into the cave to reflect, to get divine inspiration, but oftentimes in a love reading it talks about ghosting, somebody who's not talking. And then I have the Two of Cups, which is in reverse, spilled, like a breakup. And after that I've got the Ten of Swords, an ending. Oh, here, and right. So why? She may be saying, well, I'm thinking now about assessing if I can invest in this for the long term, because I'm tired of being out here in the cold. My cup of love is empty and spilled. Or this could be saying this about you. Even though I walked away, or whoever walked away here, this person walked away. Yeah. Kaiser, I know you said you were driving, but I sure hope you would sound off here in the chat. Let me know if this is resonating. But you asked her what she wanted. She either wants to get or give conversation and justice about an ending, about how this ended with you. But I do remember, okay, here we go, you're back. You stepped back, okay, but kind of stopped talking because I was tired of getting hurt. I hear you, buddy, I do. Well, I think that's what this is talking about then. So this feels more like your energy than her energy then. It's like you put an end to this because maybe she kept pulling back and you wanted justice. That could be the case too, but I think I'll ask just to be sure, since you said that, because I was feeling that was her energy, maybe it's yours. I want to ask specifically then, what does she want from you? And wasn't that the question you asked? Besides, how does she feel about you? Yeah. Clarity. Where there was no truth, where I couldn't see, where there was no clarity, I want clarity. What do I want? I want clarity. I want clarity and truth. Maybe about why there was no commitment. What's at the bottom of the deck here? Oh, can't make it up. Tarot's amazing. Oops. Remember this card, this ending over here? Guess what is at the bottom of the little deck? It's in reverse. This means when it's in reverse, this Ten of Swords says, I can't get over this. I can't let it go. You know, somebody here, and I want to say her, she may be feeling a bit manipulated. But honestly, I got to tell you, I almost called you Crow. Sorry, Kaiser. I'm beginning to think she's a bit of a manipulator. Like she pulls you in and then she pushes you away. She pulls you in, she pushes you away. Now, that is not because I see tarot cards that say that. That's because I'm feeling as an intuitive, there's some of that going on here. And that is kind of backed up by, I want justice. I want to talk. I want justice about this ending. Poor me, poor me, poor me. I want the truth. I want clarity about this. Why wouldn't, this could also be bad advice, but why couldn't we commit? Why couldn't this why couldn't this be a traditional relationship? Why couldn't we commit? Something like that. Because even though it was disappointing at one point, now I'm rethinking, and this is the Four of Cups in reverse. It's a disappointment that you come back to and want to have another look at. And then I've got the King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who's very cold, who's vindictive even, bitter, harsh with his words. I mean, I don't know, were you that way toward her at some point? Is that how she's feeling? This has victim mentality written all over it. I'm sorry, Kaiser, I have to tell you that. I'm just feeling this, because now I just can't get over the ending. I have this feels like a poor me energy from your person, Kaiser. I'm sorry. I hate to say that, but that's what this feels like. She wants you 1 minute and then she doesn't. She want, it's like, make up your mind. So why are these here? Because she can't get over this ending. And somebody here is manipulating or feeling manipulated. And needs or wants an apology. Confused about the whole business. And yet their feelings here. And now this sounds more like what you just said to me about you. But then we have this hermit again. Pulling back, ghosting. I'm going into my cave. I'm retreating. I'm making a choice to not pursue this love right now. That sounds like you. So maybe what she's saying is, I want clarity. If you're not talking to her, she's saying, I want you to give me clarity about where you stand regarding this relationship. Because the Hierophant can talk about relationships. And what you feel disappointed about. So maybe if you haven't communicated that to her, Kaiser, like why you pull back, I think she's guessing about that. Yeah, what did she do to disappoint you? I don't think she gets that either. She's not wanting to take responsibility for it, or she doesn't understand it. She doesn't get it. Maybe just because you haven't told her. She needs you to be clearer. Again, because this King of Swords is in reverse, and this feels like somebody who's very cold right now. Anything else you want to tell Kaiser, please, about how she what she wants. Clarity is the short answer to what she wants. Clarity. Clarity is what she wants. Yeah, because she's unhappy. All right. That's clear. She's unhappy about this conflict. But yeah, remember this King of Wands up here? Got it again. About this King of Wands, because she's wanting an offer, but it's not forthcoming. Yeah, this could, again, let's keep getting this energy about commitment. Maybe she thinks you are not interested in her for the long term, or that you would be willing to commit to her. And I say that because I got the Ace of Pentacles, which is an offer of, which I think she would probably want, but then I had the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That's like the happy home, and it's not happening, and it's instability in the home and all that, even though there's love there, or at least feelings. She wants clarity. That's the bottom line. She's passionate about you. She wants to have a conversation with you. She wants some things to change, or she's going to tell you she's changed. But ultimately, Kaiser, what she wants is clarity. And I think she wants clarity because you're not talking to her, and she doesn't know what to make of that. I don't think she really understands what she's done here and why you're not talking to her. Crow is saying the unknown is tormenting her. A better way to say it, much more succinctly, I might add. Thank you, Crow. She is trying to see the right direction, but is lost in the storm because there is no one steering the ship. Okay, what he said. Amen, that's right. You know, it takes me a long time to get there sometimes, but because your energies were so kind of intermingled here. Yeah, that's a very well said statement, yes. And I do feel that way. That's very accurate. No one is steering the ship. You backed up, and she doesn't know what direction. She doesn't know where the steering wheel is, is my feeling. Thank you, Crow. I might have to hire you. Yes, well said. Oh, honey, I know that. No, of course you didn't. No, I don't take it that way. I appreciate it. I welcome other readers here. I welcome y'all as long as you keep it respectful like you always do. No, I encourage people to share here in the comments, so that's perfectly fine, and I appreciate you acknowledging that. Thank you. Well, Kaiser, that's as much as I can get out of this, as much as I can squeeze out of this tarot for you tonight. I think I consider this progress, though, in that she started off saying, I feel passionate about you, because that is again, I don't remember all the details of every reading. I just don't. But I feel like that's a big change. And that we had the card of communication. Well, that's, of course, she wants you to communicate because you're not. She wants to hear from you. Okay. Kaiser, I hope that helped, buddy. Keep working on it. My point is, I'm acknowledging, because I think you have shifted energy. Keep doing what you're doing is my point. Keep doing what you're doing. I feel that the energy is shifting and you are making a difference. Just keep affirming that, well, we won't go, that's a whole other reading, but, you know, you're, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Yeah. Because she's disappointed right now. Yes, I know. All right. Kaiser, I hope that was helpful, buddy. Please check in and let me know how it's going. Because I feel a shift in the energy. I know it's not where you want it to be yet, but at least she wants to hear from you. That's a big step. That's good. Okay, guys. Now, my mods, am I up to date? Kaiser was, I think, the last one, right? Am I caught up again? Ooh, that is hot. Eesh. All up to date. Okay. Awesome. Well, I guess I'll call it a night. I think I will, unless anybody else has a last minute request. So, mini reading slot, last one of the night, going. Oh, that's such a sweet comment. Thank you, Kaiser. It was helpful. You are very, very welcome. I appreciate you being here because, you know, without you guys, there would be no point in me being here. So thank you so much. I appreciate you purchasing a reading. Thank you, Kaiser. Oh, that's great news, Crow. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, I am so glad to hear that. Your dad's going to get the help he needs with his dementia. Yeah, I had a shift in that. I told you I had a family member struggling with that too. And I think it was, what's today? Was it Monday? This week, they switched her over. She has VA insurance, and they switched her over to more of a full care, well, as close as you can get to full care and not being in a facility specifically for that. So they were able to up her care, and we're grateful for that too. I'm so glad. That's a blessing. Hey, Jay, forgive me if I missed it in the comments. Did you hear me comment about the fact that I posted the video for you in the members, in the members section? I just want to be sure you know it's there. It was for you, predominantly. Not just all on your stepmom. I know, and that's let me tell you, that is a big, big handful to take care of anybody who's sick, but especially somebody with dementia. It really is. That's a tough one. Okay. Okay, Jay, yeah. I don't think it's going to be earth-shattering for you. I think you're going to know most of it, but I just wanted to give you the formal approach, and so you'd have it. That's all. And, you know, I may share it to more people later, but I did make it for you because we had that discussion, and my apologies that I didn't get it done sooner, but okay. Well, keep hoping maybe this will be the week I get to some kind of normal routine going. Okay, guys, I guess that's it from me tonight. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Oh, Crow was saying smokehouse, canning, garden, sweat lodge, all of that. Oh, man, can I come visit? Crow, I want to come visit. Oh, that sounds so perfect. I'm just wishing all that's going to go fast, and I know you got a lot to do between now and winter, too. A lot to do between now and winter, but that is awesome. So I'm hope fingers crossed and thoughts and prayers that all that's going to go quickly and smoothly for you, Crow. Getting the house dried in is a biggie, of course. That's the biggie. But of course, and I'll read tarot for everybody, and you read ruins to everybody, and we'll do a little team neighbor. I'll ask all the neighbors in or whatever. And we'll do readings for everybody. Okay, good people, I'm going to say good night to you all. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you especially to my moderators. And thank you to everybody who purchased a reading. I'll see y'all again some night this week. To my members, I will see y'all Thursday evening, and I'll do a community post about that just to remind everybody that'll be happening. Rest well to you too, Crow. Get a good night's sleep. Enjoy the stars out there. And I'll see y'all again soon. Good night, everybody. Many blessings.